Hello everybody, welcome back to my Country Sparkles channel. It is the middle of the summer, so I thought I would give you a garden tour. This is a great time to see the garden. Some things are actually already done for the season, like my peas are done, so they look a little sad, but at this point most things are really growing well. They're big, everything looks lush and really full and beautiful right before they produce everything, and then once they produce, sometimes their leaves start to die, and then you harvest and everything gets kind of trampled when you pick your garden. So now's a great time to show you my garden, so let's get going. Okay, in case you haven't seen my garden before, here is a quick kind of top view of it. I'm gonna start out over here in the middle, tell you what we've got going on. It's kind of like a little maze, and I love it. Love my little labyrinth of a garden. So we'll start here. These are tomatoes. We've got so many different varieties, and we love them, and the kids love them. As you can tell, the kids have actually already kind of trampled them. Kind of sad, but it happens. They can't help themselves, huh? No picking without asking, buddy. And next we've got peppers. We love our peppers. Oh, these are fun though. These are ground cherry tomatoes. I don't know if you've ever eaten those before. They are really good. This is my third year.
Tomato.
We found a tomato. This is my third year of growing these kind of tomatoes, and this is the first year successfully growing these tomatoes. The 2 years before, they didn't work so good, but they are so delicious and really fun and a very unique plant to grow. Here are peppers. We've got some ripening up. They are looking good. Don't mind a few weeds. It's been a couple weeks since I've weeded. It's probably about time. Got our rhubarb plant. This is more the end of the season for it, so it is not looking the happiest. Yeah, those are weeds. Between my kohlrabi and my peas here, we love peas. So we have so many peas. And then back behind the peas, we've also got some broccoli and some cauliflower. And then this is a volunteer pumpkin plant or some kind of squashy plant. So we'll see what that turns into. Not sure yet, but it is looking very good and very happy. And I don't really mind it being there. The stuff under it didn't grow as great. My cauliflower, which this is my first year growing it. And a lot of times the first year growing things, they just don't do so good. So that's okay. It's taking over my peas a little bit. But my peas will probably be pulled out today after I finish harvesting them. It'll be my second harvest on my peas. Back here I've got where my cabbage actually is. I've got white cabbage, and then this is some purple cabbage, and then we've got some black beauty zucchinis that are coming up. I had watermelon back there. It didn't do so good. Still trying to figure that out. Up here we have some squashes. I think that's spaghetti squash, and then butternut squash there, and you see it's growing nice and big. We've got
smaller.
Oh yeah, this is a crooked neck squash plant. It's gonna be delicious. And then we've got our pumpkin area over here. Look at this guy. Ooh, yeah, just going, and I'll loop him back up a little bit. Pumpkins are doing great. As you can see, I like to grow a lot of my vine plants vertical. It saves room in the garden and keeps things off the ground and keeps the pumpkins or squashes fresher, so they don't get all squishy from being on a moist ground. I've got some parsley here. It's very little, but we're happy about it, and lots of weeds. And then here we have our green bean section. They are just starting to flower, and so they are very luscious and beautiful, and we are excited to be canning some green beans this year again. Yeah. And finally, in the middle of this area, we've got our potato crop. I had to support them up with some fencing posts and some baling twine because they were taking over my carrot area, which we love our carrots. Every year I process those and freeze them for the whole winter, and we're still using ours from last year because we had so many. I will take you around this way. Okay, we'll come around the corner. We'll skip this section for now and come around, and I'll show you the flow of the garden. We've got onions over here and cucumbers here.
Yeah.
Also got some eggplants growing. The weeds cover them up, but there's actually eggplants in there. This is my first year with actual eggplants. See that guy? Ooh, there's one. It's not very big, but it's coming. Oh, there's a bigger one. See back there? Oh man, they're not ready yet, but they will be. Then there's another view of my squashes. And I'll show you my watermelon plant that's gonna do absolutely nothing this year. It's right there. It's doing nothing. It's not gonna make any fruit. That's okay, live and learn. And my cabbage again. And my cauliflower and my broccoli. Oop, got little broccolis coming up. They more like it when it's cool, so they will come up better in the closer to fall time. And back to our rhubarb. So now let's show you this area over here. These are 18-inch boxes, and these are all 4-foot boxes, 4 foot wide. Here's a walking onion. It comes back every year. It's so nice. So they're really fun in how they produce. So they form these seed pods at the top of the onion, and then they drop down like that, and then they root into the ground and grow more onions. So they proliferate themselves very well. We've got garlic growing a little bit longer, and they'll be ready to pick. Have my spinach here. It did not do so good here this year. Apparently it does not like the spot. I had it over there last year and it loved it, so I'm going to be rethinking about where to plant that. I was very sad to not have spinach this year. I have another walking onion. This is where they started in my garden, and I decided I wanted to move them down there. Just haven't moved this one yet. Then we've got beets. First year doing beets, never done those before. We've got Brussels sprouts. This is also my first year doing Brussels sprouts. Very excited about these. They look like they're doing great in there. Excited to harvest Brussels sprouts. And then I've got, I don't remember what was there, Swiss chard, I think. It did not grow up at all. That's okay. And then we've got my herbs. I've got some cilantro, which bolted. It was a little too hot too fast. Basil, some dill, some rosemary, and then we've got weeds. We've got some onions that are growing here, and we've got our corn. This is our second time trying to grow corn. The last time was about 8 years ago. This corn is so little. It's like dollhouse corn, as my husband likes to call it. It is so funny, but we're getting there. Maybe we'll get a couple ears of corn. We'll see. And then we've got kind of some random plants over here. We've got a giant tomato, which we're going to move back into the greenhouse once summer's over, and hopefully keep that going all winter long is our goal. We had some other tomatoes here for experimenting. Just didn't really ever happen. A potato plant my husband was going to graft on one of these tomatoes onto this potato plant. We'll see if he does that. Got a flower, of course, random tree, and some marigolds. There it is, my middle of the summer 2021 garden. I hope you enjoyed this tour of our unique, fun garden. We love gardening, and we love trying new things every year. It's a great year, and we're excited for all the produce that we are getting from our garden and going to be getting in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would give a like and a subscribe down below, I would appreciate it, and we would love to see you next time. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.